Hello, everyone. Should be live right about now. So we got a few people in the chat already. Glad you all are here. We got a new member. Michael, how's it going, man? Thank you so much for becoming a member. A few all talking about Thor, Love and Thunder, talking about the What If series of Marvel. We talked a little bit about the What If series being the animated series by most of the voice actors. I don't think Robert Downey Jr. came back for it, but it's when Chadwick Boseman, it's his last performance as T'Challa, will be in that. I saw some comments saying that it's going to be canon. Not sure how that will work, I guess in the sense that there'll be other timelines where the what if would have taken place. But as far as our main timeline, obviously it's a what if thing would have happened. Mr. J.K. David, how's it going? A lot of questions here. Do I play video games? Yes, I do. Did Jen see the Marvel Celebrating Movies trailer? Have not seen it yet. Have not done it yet, but we will. We've had a kind of a busy last couple of weeks. We did some vlogging, so that'll be up soon. A couple of went on some family trips and stuff, and we had to make an impromptu trip to Minnesota. We were only there for a day. I vlogged it, so I'll probably post that early next week. For those of you interested in vlogs, we're doing good. Love you guys. Falcon and Winter Soldier reaction. Thank you. We've already started Loki, filming Loki. A lot of people are asking, well, Jen sometimes posts on her Instagram some pictures of like what we're filming the day of. So we usually will film them and then send them off to Devin for him to edit. So they take time to edit. So we're usually, whenever an episode comes out, we're usually a little bit ahead of that. So as of now, we're about halfway through Loki, even though I think only part 1 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier is on YouTube. Part 2 is actually on Patreon already if you want to see it early.
To get right to it, I did see a couple people asking about Clone Wars. We are picking up Clone Wars right after we finish Loki.
Yes. So we'll be knocking that out too.
Yeah. So that should be Tuesday.
Tuesday we'll start our deep dive into finishing up Clone Wars.
Yeah.
So we'll probably dedicate quite a bit of time to do that. Any more UFO documentary type videos coming? So interesting. The UFO video documentary that I did okay. I was expecting it to not do all that well. And then all of a sudden it started to uptick. And usually videos like that are kind of a loss for me. I usually do them as passion projects. But it actually started to do very, very well out of nowhere. So Jen and I are actually planning on teaming up to do a not UFO thing, but Pensacola has a lot of like haunted areas and stuff. So we were going to do or begin to work on sort of a pre-production of doing a documentary on that, probably for Halloween or something. So that's something that because the UFO documentary did well enough, it warrants us doing more. So we'll do something like that most likely. Invincible. Yeah, we would like to do Invincible as well. What is Jen's favorite Marvel show? So I guess you've done 3 now. We're halfway through the last one.
Well, I really enjoyed WandaVision. And the more that I think about it, the more I have time to absorb WandaVision. I really, really liked it. But Loki is definitely a contender as well. So that's really hard to say. I've enjoyed them both.
Yeah.
Honestly.
We just finished episode 4 of Loki, and that was definitely a high point so far. But I agree. I love WandaVision. It's interesting to see how like each of the shows feels differently. Like,
oh, absolutely.
Like WandaVision, and then like Falcon and the Winter Soldier feels so like grounded in reality. I use that loosely in comparison to witches and magic and whatnot. But yeah, so they all feel very different.
And Falcon and the Winter Soldier was very good as well. But I think like so far WandaVision just stuck out so much. I don't know if it's just because it was so emotionally charged. For me, it was emotionally charged the most. I think just with the Scarlet Witch and just the emotions that she had. So that's why WandaVision just stands out to me so much.
Yeah. Hovenmeyer, In Sleep You'll Know. Finally watched it, loved it. Thank you so much. It's referencing the UFO documentary. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you very much.
It's very good. So I'm glad that it really is gaining attention.
Yeah.
It's very good.
I was very happy with the way it finally turned out. The whole time working on it, I didn't know if it was going to be like, originally it was just going to be like a 10-15 minute video, just sort of briefly going over the case, but it expanded into this hour and a half
There's so many
long.
layers to it. I can see where you're like, well, I have to include that. Yeah. So it would just eventually grow.
That's pretty much what happened. So a lot of people are commenting for me to make my bed in the video, because when I'm doing this like long narration, that was before I was planning for, before it turned into something bigger. So it was just like a YouTube video at that point. So I also know that some people are so not paranoid about that, but so they just don't like seeing an unmade bed. Actually, our bed's unmade right now.
Yeah, I actually was gonna make it, but I totally forgot. Y'all,
yeah,
let it go. We've been very busy,
but
filming.
It does make it so that people will comment for me to make the bed, which is channel interaction, which does better for the channel overall. Reed Ferguson, X-Men after Marvel. Yeah. So there's a few that we're wanting to do. I really want to do Daredevil. A lot of people have been asking for Daredevil for a long time, and it's in the Marvel universe. It's my favorite Netflix series. I just heard that Vincent D'Onofrio will be reprising his role as Kingpin. So we'll have to watch Netflix Daredevil, because that is good news.
Is that a character in?
It's a character in Daredevil. He's a main character in in Marvel comics in general. SpiderMan villain is how I primarily knew him.
You said
Daredevil.
Vincent D'Onofrio?
Yeah, he plays Kingpin. So the fact that they're bringing a Netflix character into the official MCU line, it means we're one step closer to getting Charlie Cox, Daredevil, into the MCU, which I really want to see happen. I do not want to see them recast Daredevil. I want to see Daredevil in the MCU. And I think, so here's the theory. So just very briefly, I want to read some of these other super chats, but Daredevil is a lawyer. He's a blind lawyer. And with the event of Spider-Man Far From Home, where his identity is revealed, and basically blamed him for killing all those people in London, I've seen some fan things being like, what if Peter Parker goes on trial and then Daredevil is the lawyer that defends him? Anyway, I don't know if that would happen or not, but I really like that idea, but I'll wait to see what they do. Okay. Julian, thank you so much for the super chat. No question, man, but we appreciate it. I don't know if that's 10 pounds. No, that's not a pound. I'm not sure what that is. Thank you so much. Michael, are there any plans you can share for what comes after the MCU? Any other franchises or one-offs, theme months? Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't planned it out so far that it's like a schedule-wise, just because we really do like interacting with you guys and kind of what the popular vote is. And we also want to be able to do those votes on Patreon too. So we like to keep it kind of off, balance a little bit. But we do know that we want to do some one-offs. I know that like Jurassic Park, I've really wanted to see, obviously X-Men, Daredevil. So we do have ones that are kind of at the top. Lord of the Rings, I know it's another one, Harry Potter. So once we get through Clone Wars, we'll kind of look at what we have at the top and then kind of go on Patreon and discuss it and then go from there.
We've done a couple that I hadn't seen. We filmed 7 probably about a week or 2 ago. I haven't finished editing it because Jen is learning how to edit. And so that's kind of our practice one for Jen as she learns. So
I'm very, very interested in seeing how he does it. And especially just learning it from him, just because he's so good at what he does. He pays attention to detail. I give you why are you acting like I never give you compliments?
No, it's not that. It's I don't know how to take compliments. So I'm just like, yeah, thanks.
Well, you should.
No.
So it's going to be nice, especially with working from him or working with him prior to doing any YouTube. I know that like he has an attention to detail. So I already knew that going in. So it'll be
Thank you.
So adorable. Just say there with a little smile.
Thanks. Yeah. So that'll be fun. Theme months.
Yeah.
Last thing for there. We are planning to maybe do something for October, kind of like last year. We'll change it up a little bit though. Mink, thank you so much. $5 super chat. No question or comment anything, but thank you very much. Are you guys going to do more vlog style videos? As of now, I've been editing 2, and so I'll be releasing them in the next week or 2. So yeah. Vlog videos I like making them because it kind of documents things that we've done. So those are actually more personal in that regard, but they're not like, I don't get like 100,000 views from them. They're just fun for us and for kind of the super fans of the channel.
And we know that going in,
Yeah. So I'm not trying to, vlogs are just fun for us to do. So we enjoy making them. Let's see here. Mark. I missed one here. Dino. Genuine question. With all the My Girlfriend Watches for the first time vids, did she ever watch TV or movies before? Yeah. A lot more than Matt too, actually.
Yeah. It just was a different genre. I mean, we're doing superhero films, mainly Star Wars. Those just were never ones that really crossed paths with me. And honestly, I am a huge documentary buff. I love documentaries. That's kind of that's what you'll catch me watching. And I watched a lot of TV shows, 6 Feet Under, Nip Tuck. I think it's just not aligned with what we are currently watching. Yeah. For whatever reason.
Yeah, we watch a lot of stuff on our own time too. So Jen has seen a lot. So it's really just, I guess the niche, I don't know, it's not really niche, but the very nerdy stuff, the magic and superhero stuff, that in particular. Yeah. Howdy. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, and I never had somebody that was like, you have to watch these. This is the premise of the movie. This is the premise of the universe. I didn't have anybody that really told me what it was all about. So I didn't have that need, I guess.
Yeah.
So when Holden came along and was like, hey, we should watch these. This is what it's about. You would probably like it. So yeah.
Mark McKeever, howdy. What's the latest equipment gadgets tried out? What's on your wish list? So because Endgame video did so well and that correlated directly to Patreon, I took advantage of that and upgraded just about all of my equipment.
Finally.
My experience whenever Matt and I did Endgame, it went up, and then after Endgame dropped pretty significantly. So I was like, well, it's up now. I need to take advantage of that. And so I got, for the first time in 7 years, I got a brand new camera. So with the lens, and it was, I'm not used to buying like brand new stuff. So that was one of those. It was like for the channel, and this is what we're doing right now. So I got the Sony A7S III and a GM 16 to 35 millimeter wide angle lens. So those that they have not been shown in any videos yet. Part of the reason we did vlogging was so that I could actually try it out. Mm-hmm. So you'll see a lot of like finagling and playing with the settings and the look and stuff. And even now, working on what is best for that. So I think it's the Falcon and Winter Soldier finale, the final episode, will be with the brand new camera. And we got new Rode mics so that we were having issues with the other one. So I got new ones. So as of now, I'm all good. I got a new GoPro as well. So those are my big ones, audio, video. So should hopefully start looking better and with some noticeable differences in the next weeks to come. Will you guys react to the What If show when it comes out? I didn't know. I was going to leave that up to you, actually, because it's animated. People were saying it's canon. I'd be interested just to see where they go and what they do with that. Kind of the sky's the limit.
I don't know, like what if is. So it's hard to.
It's an animated.
Yeah, I caught that much, but beyond that, I don't know.
It's like, what if the bomb that landed in front of Tony Stark never went off, so he never went to the cave and therefore never made the first Iron Man suit to escape the terrorist. It's like just what if things didn't happen the way they happened? Like what would have happened?
Something else significant?
Yeah, I guess. However they'll do it. I mean, I don't know what. I know that that's one. Like, what if Tony Stark never got kidnapped by the terrorists? What if he?
Oh, that's not the only situation that they touch
Yeah,
on,
there's a
but-
ton.
Oh, okay.
They're like all throughout, but it's all animated, but it is voiced by most of the original cast. So,
Oh, okay.
so I'm interested in that regard, but because there's not as much weight, I guess, to the actual like MCU, I've been kind of like, as far as watching it for videos, I've been like kind of, I don't know, but if you want to,
I
we
would
can
watch it.
Can you try any other? Can you try name any other John Walker reveal disgust face moments you've had watching other film series? Some Star Wars might pop up. Sorry, Holden. I guess you're saying like our initial reaction when we saw John Walker was like, oh, I don't know. I can't think of any other John Walker reveal moments.
Yeah, that's really just what stands out.
Yeah, only because we already had an association with Captain America. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I would have to say I can't think of one off the top of my head.
That was definitely the top of the list.
Ricky, imagine we get Daredevil and Affleck instead. Yeah, so Ben Affleck played Daredevil in a 2003 movie with Jennifer Gardner.
I think I saw that.
Yeah, I would actually 100% watch that. Anyway, just for fun. And also to see how far we've come. Julian became a Harmony member. Thank you so much, man. Can we do an MCU tier list with Jen soon? Yes, we've actually been meaning to do that.
Mm-hmm.
There have been a couple we've been meaning to do. Haven't done yet. Let's see. We do have anime on our list. Can we get a boyfriend watches? Yeah, we've done one so far. I think we watched what was it? What was the movie?
It was Unbreakable.
Unbreakable.
We've already filmed our second one, which was 7.
Mm-hmm.
It just needs to be edited, and then I'm not sure when it would actually be uploaded, but
yeah. So 7, we're for those of you that are just now joining in on the live stream, Jen is practicing editing. So we watched 7 a couple weeks ago. The patrons voted for me to watch 7 among a list of things I hadn't watched.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why that one's taking a little bit longer, is because it's kind of the practice video.
Yeah, and we have other movies on the list that Holden is going to watch. Those are probably ones that are going to be like sprinkled just kind of throughout, no set schedule. But that's pretty much going to be voted on by you guys as far as like the order that we do. So
yeah. Someone is suggesting Spider-Man week. I would be down for that because we have to watch the 3 original Raimi Spider-Man movies and then the 2 amazing Spider-Man movies. So.
I'd truly be shocked if you're like,
yeah,
we'll see.
We do. We have to watch them. Jen saw the first Spider-Man years and years ago.
I barely remember it. The only thing that I remember is the upside down kiss.
Yeah, classic, iconic cinematography for sure.
Yeah.
The Boys, Trent Denzel says. We will do The Boys.
That's on our list for sure.
A few people actually saying, oh, this guy's been spamming for a little bit. The Boys, yeah, we will watch The Boys.
I've heard a lot of people have said we need to do The Boys.
Yeah. I've only actually seen the first season of The Boys, so it's very different, very gritty, a lot of nitty gritty. Tommy, any non-MCU films you're really excited for that are coming out this year?
We watched
Old,
and during the previews, we saw one for, what was the name of it?
It's called The Last Duel, I think.
It looks so good. It's like during the medieval times, I think, and it had Ben Affleck with blonde hair. Whew.
Yeah.
Matt Damon, and then the female lead. I don't know her name.
I don't remember her name either.
But it looked very, very good.
Adam Driver is in it as well.
Oh yeah, and that's set to come out in October.
Yeah, that looked interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think if there's any. I'm looking forward to that one. I think that would be fun. We watched Old. We actually did a review of it, not a reaction, just a review. So I'll be probably working on that after this. So yeah. GM Holdy Pie. Are you at all excited or even aware for Star Wars Visions, the Japanese anime anthology series scheduled for 9/22 release this year? I am aware of that, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm also looking forward to all of the other Star Wars things that they're working on right now. So I am looking forward to all of those. Joshua, have either of you ever been so sad after watching a movie you've never rewatched it? Marley and me emotionally scarred 11-year-old me. Never again. There was a movie called The Gray with Liam Neeson. that was, I wouldn't say emotionally scarring, but it was just so like depressing. You know, I was just kind of like, I don't know if I'll do that one again. That was one like that. Hereditary is kind of like that too.
Hereditary. The Pianist.
The Pianist, yeah.
I watched that for the first time a couple of weeks ago.
Not for video, just.
And just because of the content of it, it was very disturbing. It was very sad. If it would have been a movie that was not based off of an actual event, I might have felt differently about it, but it was. There's
some rough imagery in that movie. I don't know if you've ever seen The Pianist, but it's rough. The part that really screwed me up the first time I saw that years ago was where the Nazis take the grandfather in the wheelchair and they throw him over the edge. And then the family scatters at the street, you know, and they just like use them as target practice. That was rough.
It was very, very good though. I enjoyed the movie as a whole.
Yeah.
But very scary.
Yeah, it was rough. Jordan. Anyway, back onto the other. Jordan. Hey, Holden and Jen, I'm a big fan and someone who wants to get into video filmmaking, working on a Dead Meat style kill count for Iron Man right now. Very cool. I actually just shot. Oh, I can't say, actually. Sorry.
Oh, you know he shot something.
I shot something the other night. I can't tell you who I shot it with either. That's okay. We shot something that's coming up, but I'm glad I can do some. I've been missing doing like skits and filmmaking stuff, you know, as much as I enjoyed My Girlfriend Watches. I really love making things.
Well, there's only so many contenders. I mean,
so anyway, all that to say, very cool and more fun stuff down the line. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no? Yes.
And what's funny is before Holden, I was absolutely like, ew, pineapple on pizza, gross. And then we don't order pizza without pineapple now. So
yeah, love it. Absolutely, yes. Oh, absolutely love it. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Let's see. I know I missed a couple here. I missed a few. Okay. Slim Boy. I appreciate how Jen went from seeing Stan Lee and just being chill to getting super excited when he pops up.
Yeah, I watched both videos, the one that's on the subreddit, and then I watched the one that Holden did, and I was even shocked. Like the first one or two reactions of Stan Lee, I'm literally sitting there like stone face, like
yeah, who's that?
Yeah, and then I don't know, the man is just adorable and grew on me so much, and I realized like the impact that he's made, and you know, the fact that he passed away just makes it even more bittersweet. So he definitely grew on me. Yeah,
I feel bad because there were a few comments that wanted us to do like a compilation of Jen reacting to Stan Lee, so I started working on it. Saw that somebody had done essentially the same thing on the subreddit. So if you want to go, make sure you check them out. So I was like, oh man. So I ended up just being like, I'm still just going to edit my own. And we had to leave for a few days. So I didn't get to actually finish it till I came back. So there is somebody made a compilation already.
It was a very, very good one too.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if they had SpiderMan. We had to take out after it was uploaded to YouTube, the part in SpiderMan Homecoming where the Ramones is playing their song that, hey, oh, let's go. It got claimed. So I had to remove that part. And I think it was during that part where Stan Lee shows up. So I had to actually go in and pull the original footage and then re-edit that part for it. So what's the single juiciest thing that's happened in the MCU for you? It's probably directed at you.
I mean, Endgame, that entire movie for me. Definitely Tony Stark passing away. That was, I did not see it coming. And I feel like with movies, definitely not with the MCU is not the greatest example, but I feel like normally I'm really good at like picking up on, you know, what's going to happen and twists and things like that. But with the MCU, that completely went out the window. And Tony Stark's death was a huge blindside. So I think that was definitely up there as far as shocking and juicy.
Yeah. Chelsea, thank you so much for $10 super chat. We appreciate that. Would you be open to reacting to Assembled after you're done with Loki? Assembled.
I don't know what Assembled is.
I think it's if I could be wrong. I thought it was an animated show. I'm looking it up real quick.
And Chelsea, I see your comments all the time. I just wanted to let you know that I always like them because they're always great. They always make me laugh. So I always see your comments.
Oh, I see. It's the documentary. So it's like the journey through Marvel of how the movies were made and stuff like that. Assembling the MCU essentially. Oh,
that would be interesting.
I'm always big into behind the scenes stuff. I don't know if we'll react to it, but it's something that I, especially as somebody who loves the movies and loves the filmmaking side.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes. Hope all is well. Has Jen seen Kung Fury yet? No.
Oh, honey, I don't even know what that is.
Jen will not like Kung Fury.
Is it like anime or something?
No, pretty much live action anime. I think Jeremy and I did a reaction to it a while ago on this channel. Any plans on watching the Star Trek movie trilogy? Yes. Yeah. I actually made sure that we had it on Blu-ray before a couple weeks or a month or so ago. So, yep. Let's see here. Do you want the Ayer cut? Sure. Yep. Of Suicide Squad. Why not? Let's see.
Somebody commented Schindler's List. That was another movie that I've never seen, and Holden was like, "Oh my gosh, you have to see it." I think we were gonna watch it in school, but for whatever reason, we didn't. And I think we started it. We didn't finish it, but we definitely want to go back to it. I want to go back to it. I know you've seen it probably a couple times, but
Tio, has Jen played the Avengers game? It's not the best, but I bet it would be fun for her. Also, love the channel. Always get excited when I see a video up. So I've been trying to get Jen to play some of the VR games.
I'm not opposed to it. I am a little nervous about doing the horror theme ones.
Yeah, I wanted to do that.
So I'm not opposed to it. At some point we will.
And I think I actually missed one super chat. Somebody was asking about a shirt that said, can we get a shirt that's juiciness of the juiciness of the juiciness? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Yeah. I think we're actually working on one right now. I think so. I have somebody doing a design for us. So hopefully we'll get one soon. Michael, need a reaction to the greatest cinematic masterpiece of all time, Halloween 2. I think we did.
We did.
Or do you mean I don't think we did the Rob Zombie one.
Rob Zombie did a Halloween?
I believe it was.
I love Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
I love his music and his movies.
Yeah, he did.
But I didn't know that.
He did a reboot of Halloween 1 and 2. They're not exactly like the originals.
Yeah, his movies are intense. I mean,
they definitely have their own little twist on the Michael Myers mythology. I got to meet Tyler Mane at a convention who played the new Michael Myers in that. We might do that for next Halloween because we watched the originals, at least the original 2, I think. Did we not?
Did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we watched Halloween 2018.
Yeah.
As well. Yeah. So yeah, that would be interesting, especially if you like Rob Zombie. I won't give my opinion on it. I've only been a subscriber for a few weeks, but I love all your content. I'm from Milton, and it's great to see great YouTubers from the area. Oh, cool. Thank you. Very cool. I actually used to live in East Milton.
And I used to live in Pace. So.
Yeah. I've lived all along East. I was in East Milton. I lived in Pace for a little bit, Pensacola. There was Pensacola, East Milton, Pace, Pensacola. So I've always just been in this area. So very cool, man. Chelsea. Where'd it go? Jen, you're the best. Assembled is the making of the recent shows. There's one for each. Super interesting. Very, very cool.
We're going to have to because that sounds really good.
I love that. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Ever think of showing Jen the SpiderMan PS4 game? Yeah. But I don't know if you...
Why the hesitation?
I would leave it up to you because...
is this the one that the kids play with you?
Savannah has played Spider-Man PS4.
Okay.
Fox is still a little too slow. He doesn't know how to do the the orienting, so his character just goes straight up and then just in circles. And then he gets frustrated with it.
Very frustrated.
So, but Savannah can play it. But yeah, the thing about the games is it's a dedication of a lot of time. And
listen to like
I don't know how interested you'd be in doing all that. But honestly, the Spider-Man game is like really great storytelling. Honestly, like if you really,
I like games that are like addictive. So if it's a game where it's just kind of like, yeah, you'll have some fun, I'm probably not gonna.
The difference is your experience with games are like mobile games, where they're very different than this type of thing.
No, my experience with games are Gran Turismo and Mario Party, which was on N64, by the way. That's the only games I've ever played. But those are both very addictive games.
Yeah. Okay. If you want to, we can. I literally went out to the Video Game Trading Post. Shout out to those guys, and got a Nintendo 64. 3 or 4 controllers and Mario Party specifically for us to play.
What is the other game system? It's really old. I don't even think it exists anymore. It wasn't.
It probably does.
It wasn't.
Sega?
No.
Pong?
You had a little joystick.
Atari?
Atari. Oh my gosh. Yes, I used to play Atari too.
That's very cool. Yeah.
I miss those games. I understand that there's like now like high tech like PS5 and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I miss those games.
Yeah, we could do it. We could give it a go. Let's see here. Assembled always comes out a week after a show ends. All 3 making ofs are incredibly fun to watch. I love it. I watched a lot of the making of Mandalorian when that first came out. So those are always very, very good. Let's see. Tenant. We've already seen Tenant. Hello from the Space Coast, Melbourne. Oh, very cool. Thank you so much for the super chat. Brandon Reynolds, $15, no question or comment or anything. Sometimes you can, this has happened to me, it's how I know. You'll do a super chat, but you did not see like where to write the comment. So I hope that you didn't mean to type something. Either way, thank you very, very, very much. I'll keep an eye out to see if I see it later. Kendrick Russo, have you watched the Netflix Marvel series? Any interest in watching Daredevil or Punisher with the rumors of them showing up in the MCU soon? Yeah, we talked a little bit earlier about doing Daredevil, and we talked about how Vincent D'Onofrio apparently was confirmed for later in the MCU, which would tie the Netflix stuff together. The Netflix stuff was always a question: were they in the same universe? There were a couple of like little Easter eggs, but nothing blatant. Like they're never like, we saw Iron Man flying across the sky, nothing like that. But there was like in one of the shots, Attack on New York, and it showed one of the monsters in 2012, like in the background, like stuff like that, but nothing blatant. Although that's pretty blatant, I guess. Jen, what was your initial reaction when the idea of my girlfriend watches up? Whose idea was it?
Well, Holden, gets all the credit for that. But it didn't occur in the sense like, hey, let's do My Girlfriend Watches series. It really just started out like, hey, we were talking about like Star Wars. He brought up Star Wars. And I'm like, I've never seen them. I've never seen any of them. I don't know what they're about. And he's like, somewhere along the lines of, well, would you be interested in watching them? I think that you would like them. And so really, it really just went as far as, let's watch Star Wars and see if you like it. Mm-hmm. It didn't go beyond that. We didn't have anything planned. And then there was naturally the MCU came up then after Star Wars. Well, you haven't seen those, so I think you like those maybe a little better. And sure enough,
yeah,
we started those and I liked them.
And I think when we did Star Wars with Matt, we didn't do like we did it all in like one compressed video, like over the course of weeks and weeks and weeks. So for this one, it was like also an opportunity to talk about each movie kind of more at length, and also to see like if my friend didn't like it, maybe my girlfriend will. But I don't think at that point it was like let's make it a whole series. I think it was just let's just watch Star Wars, and then you like to continue to do
absolutely. It was at that time it was just why don't we just check out Star Wars? I think you might, and he's really good at gauging whether I'm going to like things or not. So just knowing that, I was like, hey, I'll give it a try. I don't feel like I'm opposed to watching anything. And I did know how monumental the Star Wars franchise was. So it was fascinating to me to kind of delve into that a little bit. And we just kept finding things that I hadn't seen. So that's where we're at now.
Yeah. Derek, thank you so much for the super sticker, man. Appreciate that. You have to watch Dark, Greetings from Germany. We've heard a couple people tell us to check that one out.
Yeah, we were going to start it.
When will you do My Girlfriend Watches the Snyder Cut?
Oh, yeah, because I never watched.
We never did watch it.
4-hour long.
Yeah. So Jen was watching the DCEU with us when we were doing My Friend Watches, but you weren't there when we did the Snyder Cut. So we do need to go back and watch that. I'll watch it again. It doesn't feel like it's 4 hours.
That is half of a normal workday. that is dedication. And I'm not saying that I won't do it. I think the longest movie I've seen is Titanic.
Yeah. This one's 45 minutes longer than that. But Titanic doesn't feel like 3 hours.
That's different. I mean, I knew right away that I was going to enjoy and love Titanic because of the subject matter. But especially because you said this is a DC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not converted as far as DC yet. I very much want to experience some more DC movies, or if they have any good series.
They do. Because
I honestly don't feel like I've been able to give it a chance like I've given the MCU.
Yeah. Well, DC used to be dominant in that with the original Superman, original Batmans. They had the edge over Marvel. It wasn't until 2008, I would say, with the first Iron Man that it began to shift. Because, we had the Spider-Man, the Blade movies, X-Men, and then Christopher Nolan comes out with the Dark Knight trilogy, which is to this day still one of the best. Amazing. But then it just started to kind of take down a bit. But is the
Snyder Cut, so is it just a different edit of a movie I've already seen?
No. It's hard. We didn't watch the original Justice League, but Zack Snyder filmed all this footage for the original cut of the movie. His daughter passed away, unfortunately, so he stepped down.
Oh, we
went over all that.
Prime.
The thing is that the studio basically went in and changed tones. They didn't do a whole lot of character development, and the whole movie was not well received. That is until people were like, well, all this footage was filmed that Zack Snyder was originally going to do, but it never came to fruition. What if he just finished his version of the movie? And so that's what the Snyder Cut is. Him going in and basically making his cut of the film. And it is very different in a ton of ways. They're pretty much two different movies, in my opinion. Okay. Sorry, went on a little tangent there. Have you considered reacting to Black Mirror? The actor that played the new Captain America, Wyatt Russell, is in an episode called Playtest. I would really be interested in doing some Black Mirror. I know that Anthony Mackie, the Falcon, is in an episode of Black Mirror. There's an episode that's sort of like Star Trek that would be really, really interesting. They're like science fiction, almost Twilight Zone-esque type of things.
I'm aware of the series. I think someone told me that it's like an acquired taste. So I'd be willing to watch it.
They're like anthologies, so they're not like a series. Each episode it's kind of its own thing, like Twilight Zone. So you might have one that you didn't think was that good, but they're so different from episode to episode. You need to watch the Nolan Batman trilogy. Agreed, we do, and we will. Pizza with pineapple or without? Love you guys. Happy Sunday. Pizza with pineapple. I guess I'll eat pineapple, just pineapple.
Yeah.
As far as pineapple on pizza, as discussed previously in this live stream, yes.
We go through a lot of fruit in our house, specifically watermelon and pineapple and blueberries.
And blueberries, yeah.
Pineapple and blueberries are completely him. He's all about that. So.
Yeah, I do love them. Hey, Holden and Jen, love from Minnesota.
Oh, hello.
Hello. We just got back from Minnesota. I'll be posting a vlog video later for those of you that care. Any plans for more documentary videos? We talked earlier in the stream. Absolutely. They take time. You know, those are anything that takes any sort of creative effort takes time. You know.
Yeah.
How excited are you, Jen, to watch the Loki series?
I have been waiting to watch Loki. It feels like forever. I know. I mean, I just became aware of it not that long ago, but I've watched, you know, I didn't watch them, but I would see the videos post of, you know, Holden and Jeremy doing them and people talking about it. And I just love the character so much that it's been really, really hard to kind of stand on the sidelines and not experience that for myself because I love him so much. So I'm really, really happy that we are finally getting to it.
Yeah. Favorite Owen Wilson performance. Also, are you guys looking forward to seeing him on Loki with a white wig on?
Oh, he's wearing a wig?
I guess so. I could see that. Favorite Owen Wilson performance? I really loved him in Shanghai Noon and Shanghai Nights with Jackie Chan. Do you have a favorite performance? Zoolander, he was pretty funny in.
Was he in a movie, another movie with Ben Stiller, not Ben Stiller, Jim Carrey?
I don't know. I don't know.
I can't remember. I always get him and his brother.
Luke,
I always get them mixed up. Yeah.
If not anime, would you consider Japanese live action movies? Maybe Rurouni Kenshin? It's adapted. I'm familiar with Rurouni Kenshin. We want to do anime, so as long as the interest is there, we're not opposed to doing all that. A few comments for Watchmen. Would love to do Watchmen. It's actually Zack Snyder as well.
We've talked about that.
Talked about it yesterday.
Times. Yeah.
That
we want to do it. Can
you guys react to Saban's Power Rangers 2017 movie since there was never a second one? Maybe. I wouldn't be. I grew up with Power Rangers, so
Fox watches Power Rangers.
He does. He watches it. We watch Ninja Storm.
I used to watch
Ninja
Power Rangers.
Spin. Yeah.
The yellow Power Ranger was always my favorite.
I grew up with the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. You know. So we had Tommy and all that. Tommy's still in it. He's Jason David Frank's still doing his thing. Amanda Rosenblatt. We were cracking up at the It's Stan Lee vid.
Us too.
Yeah, very good. Spider, yay! What a timely stream. It's good to see you back, man. It's been. I feel like it's been a little bit since I've seen your username. Just wanted to send continued support from Norway and say Jen's reaction to Infinity War and Endgame was the juiciness and feels I wanted.
I'm so glad you guys enjoyed it.
Thank you both for that. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Glad to see that you're still hanging around, watching along with us.
It was so nice to know that I was like experiencing this process with other people too, you know, that we're kind of watching along every video. It was very, it was a good feeling. So thank you guys.
Brock, Holden and Jen, what's up, my guy from Ohio? Got to ask if you've been paying any attention to the Spidey No Way Home rumor. Spidey 2 2004 is still the GOAT. I agree. Yes, I've been paying attention to all the rumors. There's still rumors. I've been waiting for this trailer to drop. It was supposed to have dropped like 3 weeks ago. And the minute it drops, I'm going to have to do a reaction to it because I know there's going to be, that's going to be one that I'm going to be like wanting to talk about. It could bridge all the fandoms of the Spider-Man into one. It could bring us all together and stop the needless Spider-Man wars of the 2000s over who is the best Peter Parker Spider-Man. And it could bring us all together. So I'm hoping that it will do that.
Making that sound like it's some kind of end game.
It is. It's a big thing. People argue and friendships are ruined and lives are lost over this. Craig Thomas, are you going to do My Girlfriend Watches the older Spider-Man films? I think it will help her in the future if the rumors are true. Big love to you guys from Wales. Yes, absolutely. You know I love Spider-Man. So, yeah. I know if we do Amazing Spider-Man, I really want to watch those with Matt as well because I'm not saying I want to watch them without you. I want to watch them with Matt included, only because people were wanting him to see those for the longest time as well.
I really think that whoever said Spider-Man Week, that would be a good thing to do.
That'd be kind of a cool idea. We did Star Wars Week, you know, so.
Yeah. And
I know before you type Clone Wars, yes, we will do Clone Wars. We will finish Clone Wars.
We're starting on Tuesday. We're picking it back up after we finish Loki.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. Have you ever thought about watching game cutscenes like The Last of Us as movies that people have made, or even Star Wars Falling Order? Great stories. So in video games, there's like these cutscenes as you move throughout the story or as you move throughout the game that kind of compiles the story. That is something we could do if we want to just watch the cutscenes of games to get stuff. I don't know. I'm working on getting Jen into games right now, just in general.
You act like I'm like, I am not going to play any games. That's not the case.
So yes, I would love to do stuff like that. Harry Potter, yes, I would love to do Harry Potter. I'm a Harry Potter fan. I saw a comment earlier. Hey guys, big fan of the channel and Jen's tease. Would you consider reacting to Firefly? Yes. Yes, we would.
I've heard Firefly, yep.
Let's see. Cheers from Chile. So would ever react to OG Mutant Ninja Turtles? I would love to. I actually watched it not that long ago as well. We're working on a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles little short. We're having some issues with finding a facility to like shoot at, as well as getting some of the VFX work back, but still would like to finish that. So hopefully we will get the chance to. How about reacting to James Bond? There are only 24 plus movies. I don't know if we do any of the original Sean Connery ones as of now, maybe some of the iconic ones, like Goldfinger or whatever. But I know the new Daniel Craig ones we could possibly do.
Yeah.
Would love to see the new Planets of the Apes trilogy. Yes, I would love to do those as well.
Yeah,
man,
that's on our list.
Those are all great. That's one of those trilogies that it really, in my opinion, really does get better with each one. Quali Ya, thank you so much. Wow, it's a really generous super chat.
Yes.
Have you guys heard of South Korean show called Kingdom? It's on Netflix. I've heard of it. Not your typical zombie show. Happened during the medieval times. If so, any chance of reacting to it? A couple of people have actually suggested us watching that Kingdom. I feel like
I haven't heard of it.
But yeah, we're still working on like the best format for the shows. We got some. I read some criticism about the way we were doing WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier because we were breaking it up into so many parts. The thing is that WandaVision's episodes were like 30, 40 minutes long. So we could do 3 episodes per video. Falcon and the Winter Soldier are about 50 minutes, about an hour long. So 2 episodes is about a movie length. So the trade-off of having more parts is that you get the episodes throughout the week. We can produce one on Wednesday and Saturday. Mm-hmm. If we try to do more than that, it takes longer to edit. So we could break it up into 2 parts, but it would be like you'd have to wait a week, essentially. So the more parts, the quicker we can pump them out.
I also think just processing wise, I like the setup, especially with Loki. I like the setup that we have. I think that if we had any more episodes, I don't think I would get as much out of it as far as just understanding all the content and being able to process that and absorb it. So it's a trade-off, and TV shows have always been something I've been kind of like, I don't know the best way to handle it. I think right now with how we're doing the Disney Plus Marvel stuff is the most efficient way. It benefits us because we can it's more content for us to make. Benefits y'all hopefully because we can produce them more quickly and we can discuss the videos more at length. Like if we did WandaVision in 2 parts, we'd have to how long do we talk about episode 1 versus episode 2? Whereas this way we can give more attention to them. Yeah.
All that to say, when it comes to TV shows, there is a trade-off and it takes time. TV shows are much longer than movies and we still have to edit them. So hopefully y'all understand that. I'm sure you do. And
everybody has different preferences,
Yeah.
This is just the feedback that we've got, the overwhelming feedback that we've gotten. I feel like most people have been content with what we're doing now.
Yeah.
I know there's every once in a while.
Yeah. Don't really care about Clone Wars, but I'm really wanting for Attack on Titan. I've been following you since Matt watched Harry Potter. Good times. Yeah. Very, very cool. Attack on Titan's pretty high on our list for anime. We're nearing the end of the MCU. We're going to finish Clone Wars. That'll probably be our priority afterwards. Mm-hmm. It'll also be a good time for us to throw in some one-offs. I really want Jen to watch stuff like Fight Club, some movies like that. So that'll be a good time for that before we get into our next Harry Potter, Indiana Jones, Lord of the Rings, whatever, and we'll have patrons vote on that. I saw somebody ask if Patreon has full reactions or cut down. I've only done full reactions on a handful of the movies. I think Infinity War and Endgame were full reactions on there. I'm getting more comfortable with it. I just have to be able to do it in a way that is legal and makes sense. None of the tiers say that you get full reactions. So that was just kind of a bonus thing. I've had people join Patreon being like, where are the full reactions? But nowhere does it say that that's an official thing. But I have done it just because I know people were wanting it. All that to say, no, there is no like official tier for full reactions of everything we watch. No. Let's see here. Can you do Robert Downey Jr.'s Sherlock Holmes movies? Yes. There's 2.
I would love to do that because I love him as an actor just in general. So
yes, I would love to. There were rumors that a 3rd one was going to be made for a little while. I don't know if that's still going to happen. Jen, even if you don't like the older Spider-Man movies, just say you do. Your relationship is on the line. This is one of those you just gotta. Honestly, I really don't care except about Spider-Man 2. That one you just have to lie and say you like it, even if you don't.
What if like?
I'm joking, by the way. For those
honestly, though, what would you have done if we got together and I was just like, I hate Spider-Man. I just despise the character. Would you view me differently?
I would.
He's gonna say no.
Oh no! I would be hurt. Like I just identify with that character so much. You know, at the end of the day, these are make-believe characters. This is all just make-believe. You know, I love them in the terms of the.
Keep in mind, we have 5 picture frames that are all Spider-Man in our living room right now. So
it would be okay. Honestly, it wouldn't be that big a deal. I'm not one of those people. I'm a big fanboy about a lot of stuff and about Spider-Man or whatever. But you know, I can differentiate between what is real life and what is, you know, fake. So I love Spider-Man. It would crush my soul.
But it'd be a tense moment every time that came up.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you would not rub it in every time Spider-Man came up. But I do. I love Spider-Man. Now that you're done with the MCU movies and almost with MCU TV, what series is next? Maybe Hobbit or Lord of the Rings? Love you guys. Great stuff putting out. Sub for 3 years. Oh, thank you. Wow. Isaac, I recognize you, man. We're going to let Patreon vote on what is next. Yeah. We're going to finish Clone Wars, and that's up there.
Y'all have been so patient with Clone Wars, so we really appreciate it.
When we did Star Wars Week, not a whole lot of people watched the Clone Wars one, so that kind of made us reevaluate how we want to handle it. So we'll probably do like a chunk in a single video, like a lot for those that have been wanting, but probably not like season 4, episode 12. You know, we're not going to. You know, episode 3, 4, 5 is one part. We'll probably do like almost like probably about half a season, maybe even a season worth in one video. So, Cowboy Bebop is one of my favorite animations. I hope you guys give it a shot. I think there's a lot of Cowboy Bebop episodes, but yeah, I've thought about doing Dragon Ball Z as well. You know, and how we would handle that. That's a lot. That would be a whole lot. As much as I want to see Lord of the Rings reaction ASAP, it would be cool to wait till December for the 20th anniversary of it. Can't wait for it. Great work, Holden. That's a good idea, actually. That'd be a good time to release it, too, around there.
That's a long wait. I mean, I know Lord of the Rings is like Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter are like at the top of our list.
Yeah.
But
is it only me, or every time in the start of a video, I feel like Jen is making sandwiches?
It's not just sandwiches. I mean, we have like a routine now, you know, before we start whatever we're watching, we get our snacks, our individual snacks. And it just so happens that whenever I'm making my snack, he's fiddling with the camera. And before I know it, he's in the kitchen. So it's not my fault, y'all.
I feel the last couple of weeks you haven't, though.
Also, I love food. So, I mean, if you catch me 70% of the time, I'm going to be snacking on something. So, it is what it is.
Yeah. Superman and Lois, the family storytelling is amazing. Really hope one day you and Jen cover it. You both have a great day. Superman and Lois is that new one.
That's the one that you said that you wanted to watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think High Top Films, we've collaborated in the past. He did a video on it. I haven't seen it, but he basically was saying that it was kind of a good mixture of Henry Cavill Superman with Christopher Reeve Superman. So that really interested me, and so it made me really curious to see it. I also recognize the actor who plays Superman from that Katie Sackhoff sci-fi show we only watched a few episodes of. Justin Chatwin was in it too. It's on Netflix. We watched some. Anyway, he was the one that was like trying to sabotage the ship or something like that. So
the guy that was no. Are you thinking of the guy that like was unconscious in the spacecraft, and they got up and he like fell out?
He got like electrocuted to death or something later on. I don't remember. Katie Sackhoff. I don't remember. Anyway, he was a bad guy in the show, or like a sort of like a douchebag. So it'd be interesting for me to see him as Superman, sort of a Boy Scout. Skipped a couple here on accident. Let me see and go back up. Got a lot. We'll go through these super chats here. What do you think about the new Dragon Ball Super movie? The Broly one, the most recent one? I'm looking forward to it. I think there is a newer one, and I'm looking forward to that too. I think those are awesome. Was just wondering, what do you think of Miss Marvel and Hawkeye show coming out fall of 2021? And soon, boys, season 3 will be here early 2022. Looking forward to them.
Oh, God. That means there's going to... I feel in my bones that I'm going to love The Boys.
You will.
So knowing that there's another season, I absolutely love finding a show where I love it and there's like a bazillion seasons for me to watch and binge. I love that.
You will like The Boys. I'm pretty sure you will. What about a reaction to Daredevil 2003 and Elektra 2005? Maybe. We talked earlier in the stream about doing Daredevil, the 2003 movie, but that would be just for like goofs and stuff. I think I did a video years, like 4 or 5 years ago, about Daredevil 2003. Colin Farrell is in it. He plays a character named Bullseye, and he just goes ham in that role. Like, he is so like over the top and ridiculous. It was pre-MCU era, so it would be fun, but it is what it is. Hey guys, Jen, what's a movie you would love that you want Holden to watch?
Well, the big one was Unbreakable, because I knew that he would enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
I really want him to watch Ace Ventura.
Yeah.
Because I know the way y'all are about me, like, how have you not seen, the MCU or Star Wars? That's how I am with Ace Ventura with him. I'm like, how have you not seen it? It's a Jim Carrey classic.
Yeah.
So I know that he would love it. So I really wanted to see it.
I know bits and pieces of it. I know like Jim Carrey is like classic Jim Carrey actor. And he's like, hello, everyone. He does all that crazy stuff. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Aliens, Jaws, Predator, Tarantino movies after the big franchises. Keep up the good work. The Alien stuff.
I so badly want to see it.
Predator and Terminator. That's another one that we really want to watch. You've seen Jaws, though, I think.
I saw the first one.
We need to react to Dark. I've seen that. Your Gulf Breeze documentary was insane. I had to book off work so I could have a full day to prepare for sitting down and watching. Thank you very much.
Everybody should do that. Everybody take off your day from work and watch the documentary.
I was pushing it for a while, like in like inappropriate place. Like, it was like my girlfriend watches Iron Man 3, and I'm like, by the way, UFO documentary. For those, it's totally irrelevant. But it started to do well, so I'm very, very happy about it. So if you haven't seen it yet, put a lot of work into it. Make sure to check it out. Hey, my homie's law started my reactions. Oh, very cool. I get started with your reaction videos. Very awesome. Glad to hear that. You've seen the Batman 1989 movie, the original one?
I get them. So I just know the Penguin. I know.
Yeah.
The Riddler. I don't remember the names. I just remember who's.
I get Batman Returns and Batman Forever mixed up, but I don't think you've actually seen.
I think Batman Forever is the one with the Riddler. Yeah,
I think so. But have you seen the Jack Nicholson Joker?
Mm-mm.
No, that's the original one. So we could do that one. Maybe when we do the original Superman. Have you or Jen seen Banshee? Underrated show. Nope.
Never.
Have not seen it. Who would win in a fight, Natasha or Okoye? It's a good Okoye is the Wakandan. It's T'Challa's general. The female.
Oh, the head lady.
Yeah. So Black Widow or her.
I feel like the Wakandans always have the upper hand.
Yeah, after seeing them, I would say Natasha. I would say Black Widow, but after seeing in Falcon and Winter Soldier them fight with all of them, then I got to be like, Okoye has got to be just as good, if not better than them. So it might be her. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to go with her.
I'd say an argument could be made either way, but probably Okoye. Can you do Rocketeer? Holden hasn't seen it, so it'd be the first comic book superhero action fantasy none of you have seen, but Matt has. Matt has seen it. He's actually told me to watch it. The Rocketeer. So, yeah, I know Matt really wants me to see that. Nicholas, thank you so much for the super chat. Since you guys are almost caught up with Marvel, what do you, Holden, think about showing Jen the Marvel part from Disney Investor Day 2020? So juicy. Love from Denmark. Showing Jen the Marvel part from Disney's Investor Day. I don't know. I don't remember. I think that's when they were showing like what the Phase 4 stuff was going to be. We talked about Blade, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, what is to come? Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Eternals, all that fun stuff. How you doing, guys? Thank you so much, Elliot, for the super chat. Would you all watch either the Pirates of the Caribbean and or Rush Hour movies? The action comedy is juicy. Much love from South Australia.
Points for using juicy, y'all. You guys are on point. I know he wants me to watch the Rush Hour movies. One
of my favorites. Jackie Chan is a personal idol of mine. I love Jackie Chan. He can do no wrong.
And Pirates of the Caribbean, I kind of the same as Spider-Man. I saw the first Pirates of the Caribbean, but I remember Zip. I just remember what's his face? I totally forgot.
Johnny Depp?
Johnny Depp. Oh my gosh. Johnny Depp is just like really all over the place in that movie, but very, very good. I remember him being good. So I definitely want to finish up that franchise, and I know it's on our list. So yeah,
I love the first two Rush Hours, man. They are so funny. Nobody does action comedy anymore, so that's like I don't know. It's refreshing and timeless because of that. I feel like. Hey guys, I'm from Tallahassee, and I'm a huge Marvel and Star Wars fan. So this channel is the perfect one for me. Love you guys. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you very much. Dragon Ball Z would take like 3 years. Yeah, it would take a while to get through, for sure. Oh man, just lost that super chat. Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
I know it was about Fringe.
Okay, you may have mentioned this before, but will you do a Fringe for boyfriend watches? I started rewatching it and forgot how good it was.
Oh my god, so good. I'm thinking that I'm gonna have Holden like finish the series, or we got to get through the first season.
We're almost there.
Yeah,
I think I have it right here.
And
yeah,
if he's up for it, maybe just do like a little review of it. The points that he liked, the things that he didn't.
Yeah.
Because I think that show definitely warrants some sort of review by you.
Yeah, sure. We've been watching it on our leisure time, our off the clock shows. Mm-hmm. But it might be those would be good, I think, for just like reviews. Mm-hmm. And if people are interested in the reviews and they want to see actual reactions later, that would be cool. But we've been enjoying. We just watch an episode or two a night, and we started watching House a little bit as well.
Yes, and I know he said that he saw like a couple episodes previously, but he was not acting like it. He was laughing. He really enjoyed it. He even commented like, can we watch more of that? So
yeah, I like House.
I love House. I think it's one of the funniest shows that's ever been on TV.
I really love
Hugh Laurie's so great.
His wit is really, really funny.
And he low-key reminds me of Holden at times.
Especially when we worked together. I feel like I was very like that. I was just
him and Cuddy, like the way that they are. Obviously he's way at the end of the spectrum. But I think Holden's a little more low-key Holden. Or House.
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, you have some similarities.
I always did the job. And we worked with patients too, and I always made sure that the patients were taken care of. What I did not like was things changing to appease people that didn't even understand our jobs that were totally irrelevant. So I guess I would be kind of like, I'm not doing that.
So you would say that you're a square with an edge.
Probably, in those regards, I'm not about to waste my time and the patient's time, so.
But, management has
and I wouldn't care.
Procedure.
Didn't care. So my job is to get that patient covered so that they don't go bankrupt and have to give up their house. That is my job. I don't care about this other crap. Okay. Y'all can fight over that. I'm going to make sure they get covered.
It's like looking into a mirror.
but for real, like they had us do so much jumping through hoops and red tape to appease other departments that had nothing to do. Y'all can deal with that. I got this. Okay. Anyway,
everybody has their job.
There's my edge. How about that? And I always had the defense at the end of the day, all of my people were covered, so y'all can get mad at me for not checking off the boxes you wanted me to check, but my people were covered. Can't wait for Hawkeye. I'm not saying it because my celeb crush is Kate Bishop Hart, or am I? Anyways, what's y'all's most anticipated MCU show? I'm looking forward to Hawkeye because I think that's where they're going to pick up with where Black Widow left off.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
As far as show, I guess Hawkeye would probably be the next one. I'm trying to remember what else is actually coming, but I'm really looking forward to Doctor Strange 2. That's my most anticipated Marvel movie as of now. I know it's not the show, but anyway. Thoughts on that? Yeah.
I don't know. Besides Hawkeye, I haven't even seen any preview or anything, so I don't know if it's like there's one out there and I just haven't seen it, or whether it's just talk at this point.
Yeah.
But definitely the Hawkeye series. And as far as movies, I'm not aware of. But if there's a Black Widow movie coming out after with what's her name?
Yelena.
Yelena.
Yeah.
Yelena. I would love to see a movie where she
is like the new Black Widow.
Yeah, because I loved her so much.
Yeah, she was good. MP Jumper, good to see you here, man. Superman versus the Elite. It's an animated feature film from 2012. Watch it. I can give you even more money for for only this one. I just want yours and Jen's reactions and thoughts, and I want it badly. Oh, thank you very much. So DC typically has a better animated like movie run. They have very good animated features. And Superman versus the Elite. I would check it out. I downloaded one, Batman Halloween something or other, Halloween night or something like that. But I'll check it out. Thank you for the super chat, man. After Attack on Titan, y'all should watch Demon Slayer. It's my favorite anime, and it has a movie that actually is #1 all time for Japan's box office. Very cool. I have heard of Demon Slayer. I have not watched it though. Huh?
Saw somebody comment, Laces Out, Holden. It's Ace Ventura.
Oh, I don't know. See, I haven't seen it. I don't know. Which Terminator movies? Obviously 1 and 2, but after that, I prefer Dark Fate of all versions of T3. Really, Dark Fate is your best. My favorite one. I don't know if we would do, if we do Terminator, I don't know if we'll do all of them. I don't know if we'll just stick to T1, T2, T3, or if we'll go into the newer ones. Just depends if people want us to continue. So off topic, love the documentary. Why do you choose to do something like that? And what about classic movies, Goonies, etc., Back to the Future, or E.T., Back to the Future, etc.? I chose to do the documentary, the UFO one, because it was like a local story that I was always familiar with, but never really looked into. And it only turned into a documentary because the more I looked into it, the more stuff kept coming up and the longer it would get. And I'd be like, well, I can't mention this without mentioning this. I can't mention this unless I mention that. And so it just turned into a full thing. So it ended up working out. I was very, very happy with the way it finished. And so enjoyed it. As far as classic movies, Goonies, E.T., Back to the Future, yes. Working on something currently. Have I watched Transformers? I have. I've seen them all. Holden, can you make the bridge get repaired faster? The 3 Mile Bridge.
I thought that it was. Didn't they reopen it?
They reopened one side of it. Mm-hmm. I did a video, an old Pensacola video about the renaming of the bridge. But obviously there's nothing I can do to make that thing get repaired any faster. But at least one side opened up. As a matter of fact, in the UFO video, I mentioned how the bridge is out, which is one of the reasons that it even took so long to make that.
Oh, we're like, what, 1 year out from Sally?
Yeah, something like that. I mentioned it a couple times while shooting it, but I think I only actually edited in me commenting on it once. What do you expect from No Way Home? I don't know, man. There's so many rumors about it. I'm worried the expectation is going to exceed the product because all the hype can be good, but if you overhype something, I don't want to be let down. So I'm waiting for the trailer. Have you or Jen seen Nobody 2021? Nope.
Mm-hmm.
I've not seen it. What do you think of my part in Falcon and Winter Soldier? I feel I've been painted in a bad light. John Walker, the real Captain America. That's hilarious. That's awesome. Hashtag real cap.
Oh, God.
I know you killed someone with the shield, so that was not
and I
probably
think
the
he kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah, it looked like it. You're a good soldier, but Steve Rogers was chosen because he was a good man.
He was. I mean, the accolades that they described for John Walker's character are commendable.
Yeah.
But I truly feel like there was a shift to his core personality when he received that power, which we are familiar with. You know, people act differently when they're given more power than they originally had. And I think that's a perfect example of he kind of lost his way, lost focus on what his goal was. And I think that in the beginning he meant well, but that was very distorted by the end of that series. So, yeah.
What's up, guys? Have you seen Old yet? Yes, we watched it yesterday. We shot a review for it, so I'll probably edit that later today. So yeah, really enjoyed it. Jen, I've seen the T. Who's your favorite AEW wrestler?
Okay, so here's the thing. With wrestling, I used to watch when it was the WWF. Okay? And that shirt I actually wore because Sal. That's about it. So I don't know anything about AEW wrestling.
I don't either.
Okay. But I will tell you that I used to watch, like I said, WWF when it was like Jake the Snake, The Undertaker, the Hart Brothers. The Undertaker was actually my favorite. I loved him so much. He was terrifying, but I loved him. So, yeah, I don't know anything about AEW. I don't know if it was like the WWF, because I know they've gone through like series of changes, WWF, WWE.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is now, but yeah, sorry if I burst anybody's bubble when it came to that, but I only wore that shirt because it was Sal.
Yeah. My only affiliation with the WWE, the wrestling stuff, is South Park. Whenever they're like, it's like soap operas for men. Like it's just drama and people fighting and everything.
But I mean, at least when it was the WWF, I would really get into it because they would like it would be elaborate. They would have like cages and everything.
Yeah.
And it was more like the acting of, the Undertaker. Like he was so dramatic. I remember him being just like deathly serious. So
they're fun stuff, fun entertainment. That wasn't a definitive yes for Superman versus the Elite Holden. Here's more juicy incentive to persuade you. Wink, wink. Let me know if you need more. As of now, probably a definitive no for a reaction, unless we get more people that are wanting to see that particular movie. You have piqued my interest, though, so I will be checking it out. And if I'll leave it up, you know what? I'll take the pressure off me and put it on Jen. If we want to do a reaction to it, I'll leave Jen up to it. And we'll discuss that later. Oh, man, where's this thinking? I hate how it does that to me. Have you seen Spider-Man, the new animated series from 2003? It's a loose continuation of the 2002 Raimi Spider-Man. I recommend BBC's Merlin, Fire. I have seen the new animated series. I haven't seen all of it. I've pretty much seen all the Spider-Man series. I didn't watch all the animated stuff after a certain point, but I am familiar with all of them. The 1995, 1996 animated Spider-Man is what I'm most familiar with. Glad to be thank you for the super chat, Alex. Glad to be a producer on Patreon as of 5 minutes ago. You're my first Patreon sub and second YouTube membership. Very cool. Awesome. I still remember a 2-day-old reaction to most of Harry Potter that started this awesome ride for me, bro. Looking forward for more. Thank you very much. And hopefully we'll get to see Jen and I react to the Harry Potter movies. So those are very fun films.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for becoming a producer tier. You should have access to the next Falcon and Winter Soldier episode. It's already up on there. So thank you so much, Alex. An hour past midnight Norwegian time. Last night, I saw a meteor strike. What are the chances that I was the intro for a superhero origin movie? Probably pretty slim, statistically speaking. 0% actually would be the actual statistic of that. But maybe this could be the 0.00001% that would be a superhero. Let's see. Would you ever consider watching Avatar: The Last Airbender? Yeah, it's such a great characters and storytelling, especially when it comes to Azula and Zuko. Avatar: The Last Airbender is probably once we finish Clone Wars and move on to a couple other things, that'll probably be a series we'll be watching because that has been recommended many, many times. Holden, does your friend still have the shield from the Avengers premiere? If so, that would be cool to see it again. Are you talking about from the very first Avengers premiere? Because I believe so. We had a shield we used for skits when Matt and I were watching through the MCU, and we actually gave it to a patron. So we all signed it and sent it off. And I've been meaning to get another one because I wanted to do some more skits like as Captain America, but like, oh, dang, I don't have the shield anymore. So that was Brian De La Paz we gave that to, and hopefully he's put it to good use, mounted it up somewhere, hopefully. I'm just messing around, Holden. You don't ever have to watch anything you don't want to. No pressure. Just more juicy cash. Love for Poland. Thank you very much, man. We appreciate it. I am interested in the DC animated movies and stuff, though, so I would love to watch them. Thank you very much. Let's see, a lot of talk about some of the wrestling stuff. Has Jen seen Into the Spider-Verse? No. That would be one I would love to do. That was a great Spider-Man.
Don't they all get like confusing? I mean,
well, that's an animated movie, so it's separate, from the other stuff.
But like, I would have a hard time just keeping them straight. I had a hard time even, some of the stuff that Spider-Man was in, just keeping it.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's really just three. It's the Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and then now the MCU Spider-Man. So.
It's just strange to me.
Once we watch them all, maybe you'll feel differently. We'll see. Have you seen The Last Starfighter? No, have not. Have not seen it. Should be caught up on super chats. So let's see. Shout out India. Shout out to India, our India fans. Time to watch all 200 episodes of Impractical Jokers.
Oh my gosh. If y'all have not watched Impractical Jokers, you have to watch it. I got this guy into it, and I mean, we watch it pretty much every night before bed. It's so good. It instantly gives you like a boost in your energy and your mood. Yeah. It's just, I love it. It's great. They're great.
If you haven't seen it, I actually got to meet Murr, and I did a video on it. So just check that out. You should do a video. Oh, can you watch The Witcher?
We've been wanting to.
Yeah.
It's been on our very, very long list.
Yes. Should do a video of all end credit reactions. Oh yeah, like all the post credit scenes. That would be cool.
Oh yeah.
Jen watches X-Men soon. Yes, we would love to do that.
I very much want to. It's on our list.
Would you and Jen consider being extras in a Marvel movie? Yeah. Yes. Obviously, I was actually looking into doing extra work. The problem is that we're up in a place where movies aren't made. The closest place that we live is probably Atlanta, which is about 4 or 5 hour drive. So I was looking into doing stuff like that and talking to her. Like most of the extra stuff I saw was like, shoot for like a day, for 12 hours that day. Some of them were like 1 to 3 days. So I was like, hey, Jen, if there's an opportunity for me to do that, could we make it work where I could go for like a 3-day maximum or something, And it wouldn't be to like make money or anything. They don't make a lot, but it would be just like, hey, I was in that movie. I'm the blurred out guy in the background.
Experience.
And I really want to see I really want to be on a movie set. That would be so cool. If nothing else, just to see that would be awesome. So yeah, if any of you guys are casting and you need extras, I always wonder if there's like actual producers and Hollywood people that ever watch, we're available.
Or if you know anybody
Yeah.
that has, the capability for casting.
Yeah, I'm not even looking for like screen time. I don't need dialogue, just, put me on the set, And I know it's like the military in the sense that it's a lot of hurry up and wait, even in the short films that I've done. That's just like a natural thing as we're adjusting the lighting and the camera and stuff. So I get that, and I still want to be a part of it. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Nidus, I think, is how you say that. We appreciate it a lot. I don't think Jen likes Tom Cruise. Is there truth to that? You don't like him?
I don't think I would like him as a person. Just from what I've seen of him, he doesn't seem. I'll rephrase. He seems to have a strong personality.
Yeah.
I just don't get a good vibe from him. There's been some stuff that I really liked him in. I saw him in a movie called Vanilla Sky. I saw the first Mission Impossible that I liked him in, but I wouldn't say he's my favorite actor by any means. And I don't know. I don't think that I would like. There's certain people that you just based off of what you see, you don't think that you would vibe with them very well.
Sure. I don't know. I think Tom Cruise. I think because he's such a weird dude in Hollywood, like known as being like the Scientology guy and whatnot, that he gets written off. I don't know. I don't know.
What I've witnessed though is that he tends to push his Scientology views on people, and that's what I don't like. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but once you start pushing it on people and almost bullying them with that, I'm not down with that. And that's the main reason that I just don't get good vibes from him.
Yeah. I think that he's a fine actor. I think that I think he's a really good actor. I don't know him as a person, so who's to say? Let's see here. I know I missed a couple. Where'd you go? Cotton Eye Joe. Any chance you'd show us your movie list? There's an official list. Jen and I have sat down and written them all down, and we add to it.
Very long. It'll keep us busy.
Might be something I'll post on Patreon.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? Haven't seen it. I don't know. I couldn't give an opinion on it. Since you showed Jen a Stan Lee cameo, would you consider showing an all Easter eggs in Marvel films? Maybe. Somebody else suggested doing like all the post-credit scene reactions. That might be kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise's best movie is Tropic Thunder. Tropic Thunder is hilarious.
I want to see that because Robert Downey Jr. is in that, right?
He is.
Somebody mentioned that during the previous live stream. So I would absolutely see that movie. And I'm not saying that I don't like Tom Cruise as an actor. I think that he's very, very good. I don't like some of the things that I've heard about his personality and kind of pushing his beliefs on other people. I'm just not down with that. So
yeah,
that's all.
He in Tropic Thunder. Oh my gosh, he is hilarious. That whole movie is just its own thing. It's hilarious. It couldn't get made today, I don't think, but thank God it was made though. Jen watches Big Fish. Have either of you seen True Romance? Tony Scott directed. It was one of Tarantino's first written, starring everyone. Big Fish is one of my favorites. It's one of my absolute favorites. Tim Burton films. Love it.
I think I saw it with Savannah, but it was a very long time ago. And
Big Fish?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. A couple years ago. I don't remember it much.
I think when you and I first officially started dating, that was one of the first ones I wanted to watch with you. It is so good. I love that movie. Very original, very unique. Let's see here. John Travolta is worse on that. I've heard that too. I feel like I'd get along better with Tom Cruise than John Travolta, I think.
Really? I feel the opposite.
Really?
It's John Travolta. Face Off. Oh, that's another movie that I wanted to watch.
That's on our list. That's on the list.
No, I don't think it's on the list.
I thought so. I thought we put it as
we talked about it, but I don't think that we ever added it. It is so over the top. But I've seen it so many times because it has John Travolta in it and Nicolas Cage, and I love Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, I watched a movie called The Fanatic with John Travolta. and based on my sister's recommendation. And John Travolta plays, I don't know how to, he plays a fan, like a super fan that is like developmentally delayed. And he goes full into it as a Tropic Thunder reference. You know what I mean, if you know what I'm talking about. Once you've caught up with all the Marvel movie shows, will you and Jen continue to do reactions with the future Marvel shows and movies? Yeah, absolutely. We were luckily able to do Black Widow as a reaction because they streamed it on Disney Plus.
Yes.
Who wears the relationship? Who wears the pants in the relationship? I feel like, honestly, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like we have a pretty good partnership between us.
We do. You know? There's certain things that he feels strongly about, that when he says, you know, this is what we're doing. I know, like, okay, he's saying that for a reason. I'm going to just go with that. And I feel like it's respected in the opposite way as well. He knows there's things that I feel very strongly about. And I feel completely comfortable with, you know, if I say, hey, this is how I feel about it. And he's not going to fight me on it.
I feel like I'm pretty laid back when it comes to most things. So in those moments where I am like, we're not doing that, or this is what we're doing, or whatever, that it's for, like you said, like for a reason, you know. And
I got my first taste of that when we were actually working together, because he would very much be like, no, I'm not doing that. So I would have to change my question to, well, can you at least, you know, do this, or, you know, do it this way. So I feel like we're pretty good at gauging kind of our needs. And so, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we're a good partnership. I don't feel like there's not one dominant of us in the relationship, I wouldn't say. Have you seen on a second note, have you seen Band of Brothers, Generation Kill? I actually have not seen either of those.
I haven't either.
You haven't seen Band of Brothers?
I haven't, and I feel so awful being, you know, from the military. I know Band of Brothers is, you know, along the lines of Saving Private Ryan. Haven't seen that either, and I'm ashamed of it. So don't give me any crap, because I've already given myself crap about it.
I go back and forth with like military movies. I was not in the military, but I feel like a lot of them, maybe with the exception of like Saving Private Ryan or something like that, but your Black Hawk Downs are very much like, we're the last ones. We're my.
But there's an unsaid rule where if you're from the military, movies like Black Hawk Down, Band of Brothers, you should see.
Yeah,
you know.
But I don't know. It's just the way that they're like portrayed. It's just like we're behind enemy lines. We're in this together. You're my. It's for military movies. They love melodrama. And that's not taking. I know I'm going to get hate. I'm not taking away anything. I get it, but
for me, it's just it's very difficult for me to watch because this isn't something that obviously not all the storylines are, you know, actual events that happened, but somewhere something similar happened, and so just seeing it's very difficult for me, and I think that's probably a big reason why I haven't watched those. And you absolutely know going into that you're gonna feel like crap, you know, at the end of the movie, because, you know, several soldiers have died, lost their lives. Even if it's not real, you feel like crap.
Yeah. For me, it's the same thing with sports movies, actually. Like football movies they're always so very melodramatic and stuff. It depends on how they're done, because I love Saving Private Ryan. I love 1917. These are like military war movies. I also love Radio, which is like a sports movie. But there's just something about, we have men behind enemy lines. I'm not pulling them out. We need backup right now. I don't know if I'm not making any sense, but it just depends on how they're done. I don't care about the melodrama and the over part of it.
Yeah, I get it. It's just, I know that it's going to be a difficult content to watch. So that's kind of my hesitation with that.
Yeah. My top list of shows to recommend for you guys: Band of Brothers, Cobra Kai, The Boys, Punisher, Outlander, Ozark. Very good. I know Cobra Kai has been recommended.
Ozark, I have been meaning to watch because so many people have been saying that it's very similar to Breaking Bad, and I think Breaking Bad is one of the best TV shows to ever be made. So I would very much want to watch that.
Yeah. Really quick question that you do not have to answer. Just take a quick second. and talk about it before you answer. I don't want to fight between you two again. Paul Childer said Paul was the one that I ran into at the mall like a couple weeks ago. I was there and he referenced the video where I met Murr, and he comes up to me and he goes, I know so much more about you than you know about me. So that was Paul. Glad to have you here, Paul. Hope you're doing well. Let's see here. Spider, I haven't been able to see your live often, but just want to say that in about 6 weeks or so, I've been a patron supporter of you guys for a year. Oh, very cool. Thank you so much, man. Always glad seeing your name. I know we're trying to do lives a little bit more frequently now.
We're trying to do them every Sunday. You know, every now and then things come up, but we do at least want to do it once a week.
Yeah. We might be switching our live stream day from Sunday to another day at some point in the near future too. Jacob, you two are awesome. What is your least favorite movie? Mine is a tie between Dragon Ball Evolution or the 2015 Fantastic Four. My least favorite movie?
Does the Star Wars Christmas?
The holiday special?
Yeah.
I guess it could. Yeah.
That's absolutely mine.
Cats was pretty bad for me. And I was one of the few that went into Cats being like, you know, I don't care about the CGI looking the way it does. If they tell a good story, if the performances are top notch, no problem. But God, that movie would just dragged on. I watched Cats in the theater, and I have never seen more people get up and leave and not return than when I saw Cats. And when we did it for My Friend Watches, Jenna actually got drunk just to get through it.
My girl Jenna.
Yeah, that was rough. That was a rough one. I feel bad for him, man. I know that they were trying to do something different, and I just hated it. I hated it. Isaiah Miller, message retracted. Thank you so much for the $1 super chat. Either way, we appreciate it. I'll never watch Cats.
I haven't seen it.
You're not missing anything. I don't know.
Would I hate it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you sure would, sweetie. You sure would. Have either of you seen The Sopranos?
I haven't, but I know that it's like a staple show.
I thought you had. I thought you had seen it. Highly recommend Full Metal Alchemist. Awesome anime. It has been recommended to us a few times, so we probably will at some point here soon. I want to watch Cats because of morbid curiosity.
Same.
A good reason to.
Same.
We can try it. I mean, if you want.
Well, I feel bad because you're saying it is, you know, your least favorite movie, and that would be the third time that you've seen it.
It would be. It's hard to get through, you know. Maybe that's one we can maybe I'll drink for that one. That would be funny, you know, if I got a little tipsy while watching Cats. I know Matt and Jenna wanted to do something like that for a little bit, like certain movies that we know are bad, like drinking while we watch them. Yeah.
Ooh, that would be good.
How much alcohol do you need to get through it? Are you guys fans of Hanna-Barbera cartoons? Absolutely, man. I love Hanna-Barbera. That's wasn't for them, we wouldn't have a lot of the animation we have today. Yeah. What do you think? What do you this about DBS 2022 movie news? I love you and Jen. I have been subscribed since 7,000. Thank you.
Oh.
Huge fan and supporter. You're an inspiration. Thank you very much. As far as the Dragon Ball Super movie news, I'm not super familiar. I know that there was an announcement. I don't know if they're just going to do a movie around the follow-up on the manga where Super has, as of now, left off. But I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan. I absolutely want to check it out.
See people asking about Clone Wars. We mentioned earlier we are picking back up Clone Wars after we finish Loki. So we have 2 episodes of Loki left. So hopefully Tuesday or Wednesday we'll pick back up Clone Wars.
Yeah. Do I collect Blu-ray? Yeah, I don't, not as much anymore. I do own quite a bit, but just over time, I've slowed down, to be honest. If you go look in a closet we have in Fox's room, there's just like these towers of DVDs that I've collected over time, and we've kept a lot of the Blu-rays out in the living room. But
yeah, and one day Fox is going to go in there and he's going to knock all of them over.
He probably will.
And there's like 5 or 6 stacks. I mean, they're huge.
There's a lot. I could honestly probably open up a small store. Let's see. I first subscribed when I saw your reaction to the original Halloween, so I wasn't there since the beginning, but I will be here until the end. Well, thank you very much.
That's so sweet.
Hopefully, I'm wanting to do more of like my classic style videos, from back in the day, commentary style. I watched the full butthole cut of Cats. So there is apparently there was an original cut of Cats where they had like the cat's buttholes.
Why would someone make that?
But the final release, they ended up removing the butthole. So now there's an online joke about releasing the butthole cut of Cats.
Wow.
Because it's the internet and we are all the way we are.
Wow. Asking about Game of Thrones and Stranger Things. We are going to do Stranger Things because I have not seen Stranger Things, and I've been bombarded by people saying that I need to watch it. Game of Thrones, we've both seen up until the last season or two.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
we finally saw the trailer. I saw somebody comment for the new Jackass movie.
Yes, so I was a big fan of Jackass. I don't know about you, but I used to watch it all the time.
Little bits.
It's kind of up there with Tom Green. I love Tom Green, so that's way back in the day for MTV. But I love Jackass. I'll definitely watch it.
Yeah, we'll check it out. I think I started watching it or watched it a little bit after it had already come out. But I always thought it was really funny, way over the top.
Oh yeah, absolutely obnoxious, but that's what people watch it for. So can't hate them.
Qualia, thank you so much. $20 super chat. The Expanse. Main character's name is Holden. Expanse is one that's been recommended a few times.
I don't know if we would do it for content, but it definitely would be one of those shows that we would watch on our spare time because I've gotten recommendations for The Expanse.
Yeah, if y'all haven't seen it, y'all should watch Mindhunter too. The main character's name is Holden in that as well, but it is a very, very good show, and I'm hoping they do season 3. Olivia from Fringe is in it too. Mm-hmm. That's where when we first started watching Fringe, that's where I recognized her from.
Well, she was Olivia first, though. She
sure was. Mm-hmm. Would we give Beast Wars a shot? It's a really good series. It's for everyone. 90s 3D animation. I'm familiar with Beast Wars now that you mentioned the 3D animation. I remember it being very, very janky. We probably won't do it for reaction, but thanks for bringing back that memory of Beast Wars to me. Am I excited for Tim Roth's return? So when we saw the trailer for, I think it was Shang-Chi, they had Abomination from the Incredible Hulk in it.
Oh, is this the 10 Rings one?
Yeah. So I'm curious to see how they'll introduce him and show where he's been this whole time. And if we'll get the leader to come back, because that was a big Hulk villain. Stop suggesting kids shows. Will we react to the original Fantastic Four and the sequel? Maybe. I feel like if we go pre-MCU, like we will with the original Spider-Man movies, X-Men will be pre-MCU. They had Blade was pre-MCU, which you've seen the first one. Mm-hmm. Fantastic Four has Chris Evans playing a kind of a douchebag character, Johnny Storm. So it'll be Jessica Alba is in it as well. She's a superhero. She's Susan Storm.
I liked her in Sin City.
Sin City, yeah. Have you seen the Hunger Games?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, Hunger Games. I don't know if we'll do Hunger Games. Every once in a while we'll get a request for that. Any questions besides recommendations? We might start wrapping it up here soon too. Attack on Titan, yep. Walking Dead, Blade Runner, Netflix shows, Avatar. Any other questions or anything, guys? We get a lot of recommendations.
Yeah.
Dark, Tron Legacy. I love Tron Legacy. Jumper, MP Jumper. I'm always glad if I manage to catch these streams live. As long as I have a paycheck of my own, I will support you by contributing to your paycheck. Thank you.
So sweet.
Keep having juiciest time doing what you love. Thank you very much.
For that juiciness.
I'm hoping to do some more shorts and skits and stuff. So we filmed some stuff recently. So hopefully y'all will get to see it soon and we'll enjoy it. Thank you so much, MP Jumper, dude. Appreciate it a lot. Hope you have a great rest of the day. Thank you so much, Chelsea. We appreciate it. What is your PC build? I actually have a Mac. I have a Mac, an M1 processor, Mac Mini, and I use Final Cut. I do have a PC. I have the Protege 15, the MSI Protege 15 is my my laptop I'm using now. Still working on learning Blender. Let's see here. I enjoy Tom and Jerry as well.
Love the Jetsons.
I have seen some of the new toys for Spider-Man No Way Home, and they've purposely kept it cryptic, a lot of it cryptic, except for some yellow eyes on one of the masks. Not sure what that's supposed to mean. Holdy Pie shirts. Do you want to go ahead and wrap it up? It's good, good wrap-up point.
It's been fun, you guys.
It has been. We are working on a juicy t-shirt. So
we will not be doing a live next Sunday, but maybe we can try and do one before the week is over, just a short one.
Yeah. We also have to do our members only live stream. I'll probably do that a little bit later this week. If you are not a member and you want to be in a members only live stream, go ahead and join. And I'll be posting probably on the community tab for members only when that will be, so that you can plan accordingly. Why such strong opinions on your channel about Joss Whedon while watching Avengers, but none on Amber Heard while watching Aquaman? Well, I
don't like her either.
I think we talked a little bit about Amber Heard and some of that, but I don't know if it ended up in the final cut.
Gives women a bad name.
Oh, there you go. Hey, you happy?
Doesn't matter the sex if you do stuff like that.
Yeah, a lot of people think that if we talk about some stuff but don't talk about other stuff, sometimes there's a reason for that. There have been cases straight up where we've just forgotten to talk about stuff and we don't realize it until after we're done filming. So if you want us to talk about more stuff like that, we can do that. That's fine. If I ever managed to fly to Florida from across the Atlantic, would you ever consider meeting in person and watching a movie with me? Not as a date. We get a lot of people that ask about that, actually, about watching movies with us. We're trying to arrange something in the near future about doing that with some of the local fans. But maybe, I guess, if you ever, I'm not super opposed to that, I suppose, as long as you don't murder us.
That would be appreciated.
That would be a preference of mine. What do they call the Hunger Games in France? Battle Royale. I don't know what's going on in France. Hopefully that's not in too bad taste. DC or Marvel? As of now, Marvel movies for sure. Members only watch parties? Maybe. I don't know. Why are you always wearing black?
Because it's the best color.
Yeah, we look good in black. All right, I'll go ahead and wrap it up here, guys. We appreciate you all watching. Got some videos to edit, and we're gonna hang out.
Bye, you guys. See you soon.
We appreciate it. We'll catch you in the next one.
Thank you so much. It was good talking to you.
All right, take care, everyone.